We live.
All right, Shalom. First and foremost, as always, we want to give all the praise, honor, and glory
to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahushai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth through the Holy Spirit. And as always, we're giving a special peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. All right, we out here another week to continue to push the words of Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, all right, in the midst of Babylon the Great. All right, and we're going to continue to prophesy against this place. All right, somebody give me that in Ezekiel 35. I think it's prophesy against Mount Seir. And then it's in, give me Jeremiah 28 and 8. We're going to continue to prophesy against this wicked kingdom known as America, because we understand that in order for the kingdom of heaven to be established, all right, America, Babylon the Great, has to be no more, okay? And as men of the Lord, our job and our message is to push the downfall of these kingdoms, primarily Babylon, all right? So that's our job. And also the remnant, the elect of you Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, all right, which are the true children of Israel, the ones of you that's going to be a part of the elect, you need to repent because the day of the Lord is near. All right? So, go ahead, bro.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35, verse 1. Moreover, the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Mount Seir, and prophesy against it, and say unto it, Thus saith Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai, Behold, O Mount Seir, I am against thee, and I will stretch out my hand against you.
Right. And Mount Seir is representing Edom. Okay, that's where Esau dwelt in the ancient world, Mount Seir. So now this applies to us today. We are to prophesy against Mount Seir. All right, which America is a form of modern day Mount Seir, because ultimately this is Esau's kingdom. Really, the whole earth. The earth is given into the hands of the wicked. So our message is that what? Esau is the end of the world. Jacob is the beginning of it that follows. Go ahead.
They say, and I will stretch out my hand against you, and I will make you most desolate. I will lay waste your cities. I will lay your cities waste, and thou shalt be desolate, and thou shalt not know, and thou shalt know that I am Yahweh Bahashem Yahushai.
And that's what the Lord is getting ready to do in this time. He's going to lay these cities desolate. You know, the scriptures speak about the seventh trump, which that's ultimately going to be the thermonuclear destruction that's going to lay the cities waste. All right. It says it's going America, Babylon the Great is going to be a habitation of devils, which that's talking about the creatures that's going to survive after the nukes. Okay, all these cities are going to be, all these different states and cities are going to be laid waste from the judgment of the Lord.
I got something real quick. This the book of Obadiah. This in this the Bible I got right here, it's the King James version, but at the beginning of every book, it tell you like a summary of the chapter. So I'm gonna read this. This the book of Obadiah. It say a struggle that began in the womb between twin brothers, Esau and Jacob, eventually in the struggle between their respective descendants, the Edomites and the Israelites. For the Edomites' stubborn refusal to aid Israel during the time of the wilderness wandering, later known as during a time of during wilderness wandering, that was when Israel wanted to pass through the land. They wouldn't let them pass through. They say later during a time of invasion,
Like I already
they are
so-
roundabout
so
commended
backing on my own.
by Obadiah.
Have your knowledge.
This little known prophet describes their crimes, tries their case, and pronounces their judgment total destruction.
And that's what the book of Obadiah is about. Esau's crimes and ultimately his judgment, which is going to be total destruction. You know, and that's another thing we out here to do. We out here to bring up his track record, let him know his future. Slavery, your kingdom is going to be destroyed, and you're going into slavery. And when you think about it, right now, he's the 100% cancer of the earth. You know, and he needs to be exterminated. He needs to be put away.
It's crazy because I was watching the video. This was like years back, but a brother was bringing up. He asked somebody a question in the crowd, like, "Name one good thing the white man has done on the earth," and people can't even answer the question.
Yeah,
that's crazy. One good thing.
Yeah, because he's done nothing.
Yeah.
Get that real quick.
This is second Esdras 16 and 17. Woe is me, woe is me. Who will deliver me in those days? The beginning of sorrows and great mournings, the beginning of famine and great death.
And this is one of the steps that's gonna take place during the downfall of his kingdom. Go ahead. This is all gonna be before the nuclear missiles, but it's gonna be terrible times.
The beginning of wars, and the power shall stand in fear.
And these are all the things that we have to see. We gotta see these things take place. We're gonna have to go down that road. But there's a protection, there's a hedge that's gonna be with us. Go ahead.
And the power shall stand in fear. The beginning of evils. What shall I do when these evils shall come?
Right, go ahead. Well, what we're gonna do is trust in the Lord and pray that He protects us, because that's the only thing that we know that can be done. But these other people, they gonna trust in their money, they gonna trust in science,
Yeah.
they're gonna trust in all types of different shit, and it's all gonna fail.
Yep.
know?
I was talking to this dude. He was saying how he was like, "What you gonna do?" Like, in that day, I said, "I'm gonna call on the name of the Lord and hope that He deliver me."
Yep.
He like, so you think God? You think He gonna come down? You think He gonna come down and deliver you? I'm like, shit. He did it before though.
Right.
When you get that Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego story, who was that, Nebuchadnezzar?
Yeah.
He was like, he called to his servant. He said, "Yo, didn't we put 3 people in the furnace?" And what did he say? He said, "Why do I see 4 people?"
It was an angel.
It was the angel. He sent down this angel.
And that's what I was gonna say. People don't understand the power of the angel. It's the Lord doing it, but the Lord got the angels out here. Bro.
Right. It did like every account of the Lord sending the angel to save somebody ain't written. Just like it say in John, if everything was written that the Lord did, the book wouldn't be able to fill up the whole world.
Go ahead. Yep.
Behold, famine and plague, tribulation and anguish are sent as scourges for amendment.
And that's something that these people really ain't prepared for. They see it, but they ain't prepared for it. A lot of people ignore it, but we embrace it because we know that these things got to come to pass.
And the scripture says, "Prepare thy mind."
Go ahead.
But for all these things, they shall not turn from the wickedness.
See, from all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. You can show a nigga this, show a nigga that. If he's wicked, man. From all these things, they shall not turn from their wickedness. Go ahead.
Nor be always mindful of the scourges. Behold, victual shall be so good cheap upon earth, that they shall think themselves to be in good case. And even then shall evils grow upon the earth, sword, famine, and great confusion.
Sword? Oh, go ahead, bro.
Oh, that's happening right now. Great evils. You just had another shooting where they
Elementary
killed
school. 14 kids?
19. They said 19 now.
What's going up? What's going on?
They killed 19 little J.
21 people
That's
altogether.
evil spreading upon the earth. You got confusion out here. Our people still don't know who they is. And the Lord on his way back.
Yep.
You got the monkeypox thing going on now.
And that's getting bigger. It's like it's slowly, you know, slowly growing.
Hey, and they said it ain't no cure for that. It's incurable.
Oh, matter
So
of
they
fact,
say.
Salakia, my rib was showing me some shit that Esau was saying that it could be in the form of an STD or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, what the fuck? You know?
Because it's a lot of men practicing sex with each other that's contracting this virus and disease.
Yep. Then you got to think all the people who went and got the jump shot. That what they were saying is it lower your immune system. So when people start dying from catching regular coronaviruses, when they start dying from that, it's gonna be put on the back burner because everybody gonna be thinking about the monkeypox.
Monkeypox, yep.
For many of them that dwell upon earth shall perish of famine, and the other that escape the hunger shall the sword destroy.
Yeah, and that goes into that you can link that with Amos when it says the day of the Lord shall be as when a man did flee from a lion and the bear met him. Because I was saying this yesterday when I was on the live stream with the brothers from Boston. People that have a lot of substance and money in this society, they're not worried about a famine because they got money. But guess what? The Most High will get your ass another way. You know, it says that they shall cast their silver and their gold in the streets. So it's gonna come a time where they ain't gonna be thinking about their money because it's not gonna have no meaning. Yeah, go ahead.
And the dead shall be cast out as dung, and there shall be no man to comfort them. For the earth shall be wasted, and the city shall be cast down.
And the city shall be cast down. And those are the times that's coming 144%. You know?
We here to witness.
And we gonna be here to witness it. Go ahead.
This is Matthew chapter 13, verse 16.
Well, that light been green. She ain't even going. Go ahead,
Verse
bro.
16. But blessed are your eyes, for they see, and your ears, for they hear. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them.
Yeah, because our forefathers, you know, a lot of them had visions, which we are our forefathers in the reincarnation. A lot of them had visions, but, you know, they didn't see the things that we're seeing right now.
And even when you get the book of Acts, get Acts 1 and 6 real quick. When you get Acts 1 and 6, the Lord was after he came up down from the cross, he was teaching them for 40 days. That's the first. Read that joint.
Acts 1 and 6. When they therefore were come together, they asked of him, saying, Lord, will thou at this time restore again the kingdom to Israel?
They wanted to see those days that we in. He about to restore the kingdom to Israel now. The days we in right now. They wanted to see who's that, Peter and John and all of them. That's what they asked.
That's a good point.
And he said unto them, it is not for you to know the times or the seasons which the Father had put in his own power.
That was just, they was looking for them times.
Yeah, that was a good point, and that also proves that the kingdom is only for the nation of Israel. You gonna say it?
And we here now witnessing all these things happen on this place. We here physically seeing it and hearing it. You know, they had the visions, but we really
Go ahead, bro. Back in
All right. For verily I say unto you, that many prophets and righteous men have desired to see those things which ye see, and have not seen them, and to hear those things which ye hear, and have not heard them. Hear ye therefore the parable of the sower. Well, the point was, you know, we truly blessed. We blessed to see and hear the things that's happening today because we truly watching prophecy be fulfilled. We watching the wars and rumors of wars. We seeing the food shortages. We seeing the droughts. We seeing the pestilence. We watching all the beginning steps of it, and we know the end.
got Jeremiah real quick? Read that.
This is Jeremiah chapter 28, verse 8. The prophets that have been before me and before thee of old, both the prophets that have been before me and before thee of old prophesied both against many countries and against many kingdoms.
And that's what you see brothers doing around the world, not only in America, but you got camps on different continents. In Europe, Africa, Jamaica, Puerto Rico, South America, prophesying against wherever you captive at, those brothers are prophesying. And what spiritual is, those brothers are prophesying against the great whore, America. And they don't even live over here. But that's the spirit. Because those brothers know what the prophecy say. You know? Go ahead.
Against kingdoms of war and of evil and of pestilence.
And that's what's coming, man. See, our message is we don't have nothing nice to say. The only thing nice that we have to say is that if you an Israelite, you gonna be all right, man. If you have the elect in this time, you know, and that because we out here really we showing our people love by being out here and letting you know what's going on. This is love, you know. Love ain't telling you lies. Love is telling you the truth. It's tough love, man. And a lot of you jakes out there, you need to be rebuked so you can correct your behavior. You know, sometimes you got to get, because Jake need to be rebuked, you know, especially if you a Jake that's trying to understand something and you need a little correction, you got to be rebuked, man. So you understand it, so you get it.
The prophet which prophesieth of peace.
That was it. Go ahead.
It's Matthew 24:3. And as he sat upon the Mount of Olives, the disciples came unto him privately, saying, Tell us, when shall these things be? And what shall be the sign of thy coming and the end of the world?
Yeah, so the disciples asked the Lord for, you know, when was going to be the latter times, the latter days, the end. Go ahead.
And Yahushua answered and said unto them, Take heed that no man deceive you, for many shall come in my name, saying, I am Yahushua, and shall deceive many.
And you see that a lot, you know.
And ye shall hear wars and rumors of wars. See that ye be not troubled, for all these things must come to pass.
They must come to pass. Go ahead.
Yeah, you got China talk about in September they gonna invade Taiwan. That's a rumor of war. All right, you got the war going on in Ukraine. Earthquakes, they don't even report on earthquakes no more.
Oh, you sent me something where the Pentagon was saying something about the UFOs,
A massive
chariots.
Yep.
Esau, he can't even fabricate the chariots now. There's so many sightings and everybody got cameras and everybody putting shit online. He can't hide it no more. He's not in control of that narrative. So, and you know, when the Pentagon say, when Esau come out and say, oh, well, it's just UFOs everywhere, that's a sign that Yahushua is near, man. That's a good sign.
Yeah, I even seen the video of them talking about doing a first strike against UFOs. So they boasting of attacking them.
The Space Force.
Yeah. Which at the end of the day, that's gonna be a TKO anyway. Right. It's nothing you can do with the chariots, because every aircraft that you have can only go forward. A chariot can move backward, up, down. It could go into the water. It could come out of the water. It could be a circle when you see it. You might look again. It might be a square. It might be a bright orange light. Then it might be a yellow light. The Most High's technology is way above this world, man. So it's nothing Esau can do with the ships, the chariots. Go ahead.
But the end is not yet.
Matter of fact, get Ezekiel, the first chapter. Go ahead. That was it. Keep going.
For nation shall rise against nation, and kingdom against kingdom.
Yep, like the brother said, Ukraine, Russia, America, Iran, Israel, China, India.
And Israel and the U.S. was having these drills, pretty much planning out attacking Iran, and they called it Chariots of Fire.
Yep, go ahead.
And there should be famines and pestilence and earthquakes in diverse places.
Same thing we was reading in 2nd Ezra 16. And I noticed that the spirit of famine's been coming out a lot, because now you got Ukraine, in India, they supply a lot of the world's wheat and grain. So that's why you're seeing a lot of food shortages, because they're cutting off their grain supply and their wheat supply. So there's gonna be more shortages, you know. And you notice they have stopped reporting on those ships out there. There's probably some shit still out there,
It's still out there.
you know. But that proves that if Esau ain't talking about it on the media, then people don't think about it.
Yeah.
Which proves that these people are peons and they have small minds.
And they warned us about blackouts this summer, specifically in the Midwest and West Coast, due to drought, because the rivers is drying up.
Yep. Go ahead.
All these are the beginning of sorrows. Then shall they deliver you up to be afflicted, and shall kill you, that ye should be hated of all nations for my name's sake.
Yeah, it says the beginning of sorrows, because a lot of things that's happening, the majority of the people, they believe that that's like, oh my God, this is so terrible. That's only the beginning. The Lord ain't even turned it up yet. You know, people are bugging out over a baby formula shortage, and that's just baby formula. Wait till it ain't no food on the shelves. Wait till you can't get no water. Wait till you can't feed your kids. That's coming.
Wait till you see people eating their kids.
Yep. People out here turning to cannibals, man. Because the Lord has a great judgment that's getting ready to hit this place. And this is the same thing as in the days of Noah. It says they were eating, drinking, and giving in marriage. Everybody walking around. Nobody's afraid no more. 6 months ago, everybody had on a face diaper. Now look, it's no longer on the news. So now people are comfortable. Everybody's comfortable again. But the Lord's getting ready to make you uncomfortable. Oh, Ezekiel, first chapter.
I got it. It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 1.
And the majority of these people, they don't trust in the Most High. They trust in science, which is wicked. It's off. Trust in the Most High. Go ahead.
It's the book of Ezekiel, chapter 1, verse 4. And I looked, and behold, a whirlwind came out of the north, a great cloud of fire enfolding itself, and the brightness was about it.
Yeah, this was Ezekiel seeing the vision of a chariot. Go ahead.
And out of the midst thereof, as the color of amber, out of the midst thereof, the fire. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures.
Yeah, so Ezekiel saw the vision of a chariot, okay? But then he also saw the beings that were inside of it. Go ahead.
And this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man. And everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings. And
So we know that these were the angels. Go ahead.
And their feet were straight feet, and their sole of their feet was like the sole of a calf's foot, and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass.
So if you notice, it mentioned the color of these beings, and it said they sparkled like the color of burnished brass, which means they were dark-skinned beings. All right. So that right there proves what the color of the angels and the Heavenly Father. The Bible mentions the color of our Lord. It mentions his Father. It specifically says their color. So color is important.
And
It's an indicator.
And it said that they had the face like a man too, so
Yep.
they look like people.
Yep.
Because even when you read the book of Tobit, when Tobit was with the angel, he thought it was just a regular dude.
Yeah. Yep. A lot of them. When they went into was it Sodom and Gomorrah with Lot? The angels went in there.
Yeah.
You know?
They thought,
Yeah, they probably thought they was just men, but those was angels. Because the scriptures say, "Be not how's it go? Be not strange to entertain angels unawares." There's been a lot of times where brothers, an individual may have came up to a camp, and the brother said, by the time that individual left, the brother said, "Man, I think that was the angel, man." You know, that's how they come. The one dude that came up to the apostles years ago, I still got it saved in my phone. He came up to the camp. He said, "Yo, I'm just here to tell you guys that you are the men of the Lord. You know, I'm here to. That's all I'm here to tell you." He went up to the apostles, and it was on 34th and 7th. He said, all I'm here to tell you is that you are the men of the Lord. And then he just walked off, you know, just left. That's all he had to say. And he looked like an angel. He had the big black beard. He was light-skinned, you know, he had the scruffy hair. And he just walked off, man. Go ahead.
This is Isaiah chapter 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury and his rebuke with flames of fire.
Right, the Lord is going to come with fire and with his chariots like a whirlwind. His chariots are the ships that we were speaking about. Movies you see like Independence Day, Battle of Los Angeles, War of the Worlds. You know, Esau, he mocks at the angels in those movies, but those are the angels of the Heavenly Father, and they're going to come with Yahweh Shai. It says that Matthew 24, it says he's going to come with power and great glory. So when you see those ships in the sky, you're going to feel the power. You know? Go ahead.
For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many. All right? Because there's going to be a lot of slaying being done when Yahweh Shai returns. Go ahead.
They that sanctify themselves and purify themselves in the gardens behind one tree in the midst, eating swine's flesh,
You can finish that verse.
and the abomination and the mouse shall be consumed together, saith the Lord.
Yeah, which proves that the dietary law is something we're supposed to keep. You know?
It's the book of 2 Kings, chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire.
Oh, this Elisha and Elijah? Kind
And horses of fire, and parted them both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven.
Yeah, this was the story of Elijah and Elisha. Elisha wanted a double portion of. He basically said, "Before I leave you, you know, what do you want?" And he said, "I want a double portion of your spirit." And that's what happened. Read that again.
It say, and it came to pass, as they went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them both asunder.
Yeah, so when you think about it, that could have been like a beam. A beam could have came down and it parted them. Go ahead.
And Elijah went up by whirlwind into heaven.
And Elijah was instantly beamed up. Okay, go ahead.
And Elisha saw it.
He saw it.
And cried, my father, the chariot of Israel.
So if you're reading this and you say, well, how did Elijah go up into heaven? It says, Elisha saw it and he said, my father, a chariot of Israel. So that was a ship that took him up. Go ahead.
And the horsemen thereof.
And the ships, when they come, when Yahweh Shai comes back, that's why I said power and great glory. Horsepower represents, if it says a car has this much horsepower, that represents the power. So the chariots are going to come back in the form of power. A whole bunch of them. The scriptures say that it's going to be an innumerable amount of angels. So you may look up, you might not even be able to see no clouds. It might just be ships. You know? Go ahead.
And Elijah went up, and he saw him no more, and he took hold of his own clothes and rent them in pieces. That was it.
Yeah, he was, you know, I was like, ah. Go ahead.
This is the book of Joel 2:1. Blow ye the trumpet in Zion, and sound an alarm in my holy mountain. Let all the inhabitants of the land tremble.
And what's blowing the trumpet? Doing this work. Coming out on the highways and the byways teaching. Go ahead.
For the day of the Lord cometh, but is not at hand. A day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness.
Go ahead.
As the morning spread upon the mountains, a great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like.
Right.
Neither,
So it says a day of clouds and thick darkness, a day of darkness and gloominess. That's what the day of the Lord represents. It's gonna be a terrible day. It says the same thing in Zephaniah, the first chapter. Go ahead.
a day of darkness and of gloominess, a day of clouds and of thick darkness as the morning spread upon the mountains. A great people and a strong, there have not been ever the like, neither shall be any more after it, even to the years of many generations. A fire devours before them, and behind them a flame burneth.
And this is representative of the missiles, all right, which are sitting in silos all around the world right now, ready to be shot off when the Lord puts the spirit on the kings of the earth. Go ahead.
The land is as the Garden of Eden before them, and behind them a desolate wilderness, and nothing shall escape them.
And nothing shall escape them. And it also says they shall not break their ranks. And we was talking about that movie Don't Look Up the other day, and they knew that that asteroid, which that really was a missile, they knew that it was coming in the movie, but they tried their best not to think about it. But the closer it got, the more reality hit in for them. Go ahead.
The appearance of them is as the appearance of horses, and as horsemen so shall they run. Like the noise of chariots on the tops of mountains shall they leap.
And these are the weapons of the Lord's indignation. The Lord's spirit is gonna be in those missiles, man. It says that the Lord is a consuming fire. So the spirit of the Lord is gonna be on those missiles. Go ahead. Nigga thought we was Muslim. He don't even know shit.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Like the noise of a flame of a fire.
Like you see fucking Muslims doing this. I've
Right.
never seen Muslims, they sell bean pies. They sell newspapers.
Right. Go ahead.
Like the noise of a flame of fire that devoureth the stubble. As a strong people.
Oh, it says stubble. It says Esau's gonna be stubble. Go ahead.
As a strong people set in battle array.
Keep going.
Before their face the people shall be pained.
Yep.
All faces shall gather blackness. They shall run like mighty men.
Mm-hmm.
They shall climb the wall like men of war.
Yeah, the missile. Hey, it could be like that scene off 300, which those were physical missiles. Those were actually arrows. The missiles are they're described as arrows in the scriptures. But that scene at the end of 300, when Leonidas and the rest of them died, they looked up and it was just arrows in the sky, and it killed all of them. That's like a smaller level on how the missiles are gonna be. Because you gotta think, when those missiles are shot off, it's gonna be broadcast on the news stations. Such and such has just shot off a missile to this country. Such and such has just shot off a missile to this country. So people are gonna know that a missile is coming your way. They're gonna know.
And you might get a text message.
Yep.
Yeah.
How else is
An alarm gonna be sound.
how else is the other nations gonna see the smoke of her burning in Revelation? It says they shall see the smoke of her burning. So you gonna actually know that a missile is coming your way, and people still gonna be like, oh, let me snort my last line, you know, let me get my last wicked act in, let me roll up as many as I can. They're gonna be wicked all the way until their death, man. Go ahead. But the elect is gonna be repenting, praying to Yahweh Shemi Ashai, looking up to see if it's a ship that's gonna get you out of there. Go ahead.
They shall run like mighty men. They shall climb the wall like men of war. And they shall march everyone on his ways, and they shall not break their ranks.
They shall not break their ranks, meaning they're not gonna thrust one another. Each missile is gonna have a specific target. And there's warheads in all those missiles. And they're gonna have a specific target for the Lord to execute his judgment. Go ahead.
Neither shall one thrust another.
Yep.
They shall walk everyone in his path, and when they fall upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Yeah, shall walk everyone upon his path. The Lord is gonna be guiding those missiles. Yahweh Shemi Shai. Go ahead.
They shall run to and fro in the
And you
city.
can't shoot them out the air. They say when they come upon the sword, they shall not be wounded.
Yep.
You're not gonna be able to shoot them out the air.
Yeah, a lot of missile defense systems is gonna
Don't
fail.
work. They don't work.
Yeah, they really don't.
They already said it.
Really, it's the Lord in control.
Yep.
So
Because a missile might actually hit the missile. Except the missiles coming down is just going to burst right through the defense missiles.
Yep.
They shall run to and fro in the city. They shall run upon the wall. They shall climb up upon the houses. They shall enter in at the windows like a thief.
Yeah, that's talking about when they come in from the outer space, because what an intercontinental ballistic missile does is come out of the silo, it goes into the atmosphere, the outer space, and it comes back into the atmosphere. And it hits its target. It hits its target. And you Edomites going into slavery.
That's right.
Yup. The earth shall quake before them.
The earth shall quake before them. Those missiles are going to set off a lot of earthquakes too. And it says the earth shall reel to and fro like a drunkard. Go ahead.
The heavens shall tremble. The sun and the moon shall be dirt.
Yep.
And the stars shall withdraw their shining.
Yeah, now give me go to 51 and 7.
It's Jeremiah chapter 51, verse 7. Babylon hath been a golden cup in the Lord's hand that made all the earth drunken.
Shalom to all you brothers on the
The nations have drunken of her wine. Therefore the nations are mad.
Keep going.
Babylon is suddenly fallen and destroyed. Howl for her. Take balm for her pain.
Yeah, she's suddenly fallen and destroyed. All right. Right now, this place is falling. It's decaying from the. I forgot the name, the word for it. When the bridges and all that start to decay.
Corrosion.
Yeah, corrosion. The buildings are decaying. The roads are all. Everywhere you go in Babylon, the streets are messed up.
It's falling apart.
It's falling apart. The buildings are decaying. The bridges. When they grade these bridges, they all have failing grades, man. Because it's decaying. It was found on wickedness is gonna go out the same way. Go ahead.
If so be, she may be healed. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed.
We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. It's unhealable. Go ahead.
Forsake her, abandon her, and let us go, everyone, into his own country.
Yeah, that's talking about for you other nations, man. Because if you an Israelite out here teaching this word, we ain't fleeing nowhere. We got faith that the Lord is going to deliver us from wherever we at. Now, a lot of these people that's of the other nations, they gonna flee back to their homeland. They gonna pack their bags and
Get up out of here.
get. Especially these Ishmaelites and these Moabites that got these different shops over here. They gonna get up out of here, man. They gonna be on the first plane smoking, and they still gonna catch their judgment wherever they go. Go ahead. You got a quick one?
Got numbers.
Go ahead, read that real quick. Then go back.
This is Numbers 35 and 33. So ye should not pollute the land wherein ye are, for blood it defileth the land.
And that's what Esau did. Even though it was prophecy. See, we could talk about Gad, Reuben, and the Native American Indians and what happened to them. Damn right it was a terrible time. But it was the Lord had to fulfill that prophecy. So they had to go through that. But Esau's still gonna be held accountable for it. Go ahead.
And the land cannot be cleansed of the blood that is shed therein, but by the blood of him that shed it.
So it's gonna be a big payback. Like that song with James Brown, The Big Payback. Esau is gonna be repaid for all of his wickedness that he's done. That's why he gotta serve 1,000 years of captivity. All right, but it's gonna be a lot worse for you because you're gonna be under men with new bodies and spiritual power. Ain't no telling, we ain't gonna do the wicked things that you did to us. We're not gonna buck break you, because that's wicked. We're not gonna pop your women, because that's wicked. All right? We're not gonna do shit like that, but the Lord is gonna have it to where we can use 100% of our minds. We're gonna think of way worse shit to do to your ass, man. And everything we do to you is gonna be righteous. It's gonna be righteous. Esau did a lot of fucked up shit, man. Buck breaking the mail in front of his family.
Raping the children, making the children have sex with each other, all types of.
Taking an Israelite man's wife and having little tears with him, with her.
And then send her back to him.
So he's got a lot to pay for. That's just that's on a smaller level. That don't mention all the wickedness you're doing behind closed doors, man. all the unrighteous decrees that you do. Go ahead. And if you notice, these last two mass shootings were all aimed towards Jakes. The first one that was up here in Buffalo, New York, that was Judah, Benjamin, and Levi. And now that, even though they said Jake did it, the one in Texas, that was mostly Issachar and Simeon, you know? But those are spirits created for vengeance. That's what that is. Go ahead.
Jeremiah 51:9. We would have healed Babylon, but she is not healed. Forsake her and let us go, everyone, into his own country. For her judgment reacheth unto heaven, and is lifted up even to the skies.
Go ahead.
The Lord has brought forth our righteousness. Come, and let us declare in Zion the work of the Lord our God.
Go ahead.
Make bright the arrows, gather the shields.
Uh-huh.
The Lord has raised up the spirit of the kings of the Medes, for his device is against Babylon, to destroy it.
Yeah, the kings of the Medes are representative of the Russians. Make bright the arrows, gather the shields. That's war talk. All right. Go ahead.
Because it is the vengeance of the Lord.
It is the vengeance of the Lord to do what? Destroy Babylon. This is the Lord's main target. The Lord has a map and he's got a big red dot on Babylon the Great. Because this is the place that's going to be utterly, holy, desolate. Get what you got real quick. Hold that.
It's the book of Isaiah, chapter 24, verse 1. Behold, the Lord makes the earth empty. He makes it waste. He turns it upside down and scattereth abroad the inhabitants thereof. And it shall be as with the people, so with the priest, as with the servant, so with the master, as with the maid, so with the mistress, as with the buyer, so with the seller, as with the lender, so with the borrower, as with the taker of usury, so with the giver of usury to him. The land shall be utterly empty and spoiled, for the Lord hath spoken this word.
Yep. So we know what the Lord promised towards this nation, man. And then they have the nerve to have the slogan, "In God we trust." That God is really Satan, because Satan is a god to a lot of these people. You know, they don't trust in the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. They do everything contrary to the power of Abraham, Isaac, and Jacob. So their God is Satan, man.
And money.
And money. Go ahead.
Like people were saying, somebody was saying to me yesterday, like, oh, yo, the people that died, that shit was sad, but yo, they about to get paid. Like, and that's what niggas always,
man.
It's always money is good enough for. But yo, people still look. That shit just happened in Texas. So if they get $10 million, look, that shit's still gonna be happening.
What is this?
And another thing is be ready to have a few more of those things happen. Anytime there's a mass shooting, there's normally like 3 or 4 of them. You know. So it was the California church. Was it a church?
Yeah, it was
California.
Ever since the shooting happened in Buffalo, it was like shootings every day.
Yeah,
mass shootings. They just wasn't getting publicized.
No,
so you had the one joint where they caught the one dude and tied him up and shit.
Okay.
So
yeah, and it's probably gonna be a couple more. You know, and the one that happened in Texas, yesterday they said that was the second worst K through 12 school shooting in American history. The first one might have been Sandy Hook.
Sandy Hook.
Yeah.
They said that shit was on stage.
Yeah, they had that shit all in the movies and shit.
It say the earth mourns and fadeth away, the world languish and fades away, the haughty people of the earth do languish. The earth is defiled under the inhabitants thereof.
Esau.
Because they transgressed the laws, changed the ordinances, and broke the everlasting covenant.
Yeah, do as thou wilt. Do what makes you happy. That's transgressing the law right there.
Yeah.
Eat what you want to eat.
Yeah,
you know,
be whatever gender you want to be.
Yeah, do what makes you love.
Abortion.
That shit is all wicked, man. As long as you feel good you should just be able to do it. No, don't work like that.
Your body, your choice.
Yeah, my body, yeah, all right.
Therefore hath the curse devoured the earth.
Oh, my bad. Salaki, there was a video that the brother from Dallas uploaded, Yashawamba, and the reporter was asking this lady about abortion, and the reporter said, well, if the child's 1 year old? No, she said
2 years.
she went all the way up to 2 years old. She said, well, if the child isn't born, can you kill it? She said, it's your body, your choice. But what if it's 9 months in your stomach? Lady said, my body, my choice. Then she went to 1 year old. I'm like, damn, the baby born. She went all the way up to 2 years old, and she said, if I want to kill it, it's my body, my choice.
How
You know what I'm saying? Like, damn.
Right.
So you just gonna kill a 2-year-old?
When is enough? When is enough?
Go ahead.
It say, therefore hath the curse devoured the earth, and they that dwell therein are desolate. Therefore the inhabitants of the earth are burnt, and few men left.
Yep. And a lot of these people are gonna be burnt to a crisp, and they need it. They need the judgment, man. A lot of these people need judgment. We need salvation, and they need judgment. Especially these women. These women really need judgment. Because a lot of these women are the ones that's raising you stupid jakes. You know, and the system is designed to keep your daddy away from you, locked up somewhere, give the woman custody, give her a food stamp card, and now she's raising you. And you grow up being emotional, and then when you see the prophets, you act like a bitch.
Yeah.
Because you was raised by your mama. You don't have no what is it? Testosterone. You got too much estrogen because you was raised by the black woman. Now a lot of brothers was raised by a woman and they came into the truth. But that was the grace of Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai right there, man. But there's more Israelite men that was raised by their mamas that's fucking weak. And they effeminate, man. And they pussy.
It's the book of Job, chapter 14, verse 1.
This one and this one, then we go.
It say, man that is born of woman is full of born of woman is of few days and full of trouble.
That's straightforward. Few days and full of trouble. And look at Jake. Jake get gunned down early 20s. Sometimes he don't even make it to 20, especially in like areas like Chicago and LA. You know, they be teenagers going into prison and jail. Dying.
Hey, that's why in the kingdom of heaven there's gonna be no such thing as a broken family. There's gonna be no such thing. And you could blame Esau for that too. That's going all the way back to slavery when he was breaking up the families. And a lot of people see me when I'm out with my kids, and a lot of Edomites see me and my rib together, and they see I got a little gang of kids. They stare at you like, oh, he's taking care of all of them. Yeah. You know, a lot of them are used to seeing single parents, primarily with the women. You know? Go ahead. That was it? Okay. Go ahead.
This is Psalms 9 and 17. The wicked shall be turned into hell, and all the nations that forget the Most High.
Yep. So, hey, at the end of the day, man, we're not gonna have to worry about none of this whack shit no more, man. At the end of the day, when Jacob's world is established, you know, reigned by Yahweh Shai, you know, Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai, we gonna be. See our brothers lean, you know, our backs hurt, you know, we leaning over. None of this is gonna be no more, man. No more aches and pains. Oh, matter of fact, we're gonna end it with that in Revelation where it says, should be no more tears.
Yeah.
Let's end it on that. We're gonna be good, man. You know, but right now, you know, we still got a prophet's job is a dirty job, man. We gotta come out here and teach. Go ahead.
It's the book of Revelations, chapter 21, verse 1. And I saw a new heaven and new earth, for the first heaven and the first earth were passed away, and there was no more sea. And I saw John, the holy city, New Jerusalem, coming down from heaven.
Now what that proves is it says a new heaven and a new earth, which means this society was destroyed. Because New Jerusalem coming down from heaven is the elect coming off the chariots when the dust settles. So that proves that scripture means a new heavens and a new earth, this society no more. Go ahead.
prepare as a bride adorned for her husband.
Yeah, New Jerusalem coming down from heaven is not a golden city that's going to peer out the sky and it's going to land on the earth. Because how the heathens going to build up our kingdom if that's going to be an actual city?
And the scriptures say the kingdom of heaven is in
within
you.
you. Yes, sir,
It's,
that's right.
The elect is the kingdom of heaven.
Yep.
Just like the elect is the temple.
Yep.
We the third temple.
Yep.
And the temple, like when you read Kings, and it's talk about how Solomon built the temple. They say he built the temple for the name of the Lord.
Yep.
That's what for the name of the Lord. And then now it's crazy because we the temple and we the only ones with the name of the Lord.
Yep.
And that's why when you read Revelations 14, it say they having that name written in them because we the temple, the kingdom of heaven, the elect.
Yep.
I say, and I heard a great voice out of heaven saying, "Behold, the tabernacle of Yahweh is with men, and he will dwell with them, and they shall be his people, and Yahweh himself shall be with them and be their power. And Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahushai shall wipe away all tears from their eyes,
Yep.
and there shall be no more death."
No more. So imagine that. Imagine a society in the kingdom where there's no death, man. Amongst Israel,
Amongst
anyway.
Israel.
You know? Right now, you got Jake dying left and right. Fucking cancer, colon cancer, all types of shit. Just cancer and high blood pressure and disease. You know?
Born with it.
Yeah.
Neither sorrow nor crying,
Neither sorrow, nor crying, nor death. Go ahead.
neither shall there be any more pain.
Neither shall there be any more pain. So basically, a life stress-free, no headaches, no aches,
No bad days.
peace. No, not even a such thing as a bad day. You
Nope.
ain't gonna know what a pain. You ain't gonna know what an ache feel like.
Or an argument, because as soon as somebody
Yep.
argue with you, you're going to
Yep.
fucking,
Yeah.
the ride. You're going to have that ride. That's how
Yep.
we're going to break in pieces the nations.
Yep.
What you thinking? They ain't even going to be able to think bad or thought. What the fuck you thinking? Yeah, they not, because we're gonna be like Yahushai. Yahushai knew what the disciples was thinking in their mind.
Well, that's power right there. That's a form of power. Being able to. Magneto, was that Magneto was able to do that? One of the X-Men who was able to read the minds? Professor, yeah.
Yeah.
You can read your thoughts. Where do you think Esau get that from, man?
Yeah. You be in Israel, it's fucking heathen thinking some crazy shit. In India,
Right.
instant transmission. What the fuck you think?
Teleport right to his ass. Look at him.
Yeah, now what was that you was thinking about?
Right. We're gonna be able to look at you and you're gonna drop down, man.
It says, "For the former things are passed away, and he that sat upon the throne said, Behold, I make all things new.
Yep.
And he said unto me, Write, for these words are faithful
And that's why we worship Yahweh Shai, because he's gonna be the one that makes all things new through the Father. He said, I make all things new, refreshed. Go ahead. That was it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So that's what we waiting on, man. And Lord willing, we be able to receive these things. Why it says in Revelation, the 2nd chapter, hold fast to what thou hast, that no man take thy crown. We got to hold on to this. This is all we got.
Oh, that's a little bit more.
Go ahead.
It say, and he said unto me, It is done. I am Alpha and Omega, the beginning and end, and I will give unto him that is athirst of a fountain of water of life freely. And he that overcome shall inherit all things, and I will be his power, and he shall be my son.
And you got to have a ruling class mentality to be able to really be in this truth. Because the things that Yahweh Shai is going to give us is for a king, things of a king to receive.
Yeah.
If you don't have a ruling class mentality, you're not going to be able to receive these things, man.
It say, but the fearful and unbelieving and the abominable
Fucking weirdo.
and murderers and whoremongers and sorcerers
This nigga.
and idolaters And all liars shall have their part in the lake of fire.
The lake of fire is when America, Babylon the Great is burnt to a crisp. Go ahead.
Which is the second death.
Which is the second death. The first death was Noah in the flood. You know, and this dude is like a fucking little dweeb, man. You know, but the second death is what's promised to come, man. All right. So with that, Lord willing, you brothers were edified. The freaks are out. We're gonna give all praise, honor, and glory
To Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahushai, Ba'ashem, Kakodash.
Double honor to our apostles and elders of Great Millstone that taught us this truth. Peace and blessings and salutations to the elect. Shalom.
Shalom.
You guys part of a church group?
What's that?
You guys part of a church group or
Yeah, the Church of Yahweh Shai. Wow, you got a question?
what's wrong with that?
I just asked you. You got a question?
What are you guys? What are you doing?
Oh, okay.
Why you part of it? Why you want to know?
I'm just asking because it looks like you're street preachers.
Yeah, we is, but you can't, you know what I'm saying?
That's it.
Can't be a part of it.
It's fine. I'm not trying to.
Oh, okay, have a nice day then. Take a walk. I like telling people.
You look like a mass shooter.
Sound like a woman.
You sound like a woman and look like a mass shooter. Hey, Shalom, brothers.
Man.